Decentralized Pictures Talent Cast, and today we are here to talk about the Keslow Camera Award, awarding 5 camera package sponsorships as created on the Decentralized Pictures platform. Keslow created 5 awards valued at $70,000 in camera gear. Created on DCP, another massive award, and these awardees were decided by you, participants on the Decentralized Pictures platform. So if you haven't created an account and you're an independent filmmaker, please go out to Decentralized.Pictures, create an account, and start participating in the decentralized filmmaking process. All 5 winners were Munchies, Daffodil, The Running Kind, Cicadas, and Diamond Hands. And in studio today, we have some of those filmmakers. We have Anthony Gibson with Daffodil. We have Liv McNeil and Daniel Riley with Cicadas, and Jalen with Munchies. Thanks so much for joining us today, all of you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
All right, so to kick us off, tell us a little bit about discovering Decentralized Pictures and your decision to submit to the Keslow Camera Award. You guys can paper, rock, scissors, whoever goes first.
I want to go first.
I can start it off. My university alumni board posted this actually from Florida State. This is where the director and I both went to school. And so that's how we kind of discovered this award specifically, and through that, Decentralized Pictures as a whole, and kind of just going through all of the opportunities that are on the platform. It's really awesome to see all the ways that DCP is, platforming up and coming and indie filmmakers.
Love it. Thanks.
I'm happy to go. So, maybe 2021, I got involved, maybe it's 2022, but I got involved with a film community called Film3, whose primary goal really was to, try to put forth an evolution into the distribution of film and media, and became acquainted with DCP through that whole movement, and got to know some of the people who, run it, and got to learn and listen from them personally about the benefits of it in person. I have a background in grants, and so seeing that there was finally an opportunity for filmmakers to have grant funds for their films, and it's not like other opportunities don't exist, but maybe a lot of you here relate, but a lot of the grant opportunities are typically for what feel like documentary projects, and doing narrative driven stuff. There's only a handful. So to see that all of a sudden there was this decentralized platform that was community voted, that gave filmmakers opportunities, it was just a no-brainer for me. I feel like I've been waiting for it. So the second it went live, I submitted an initial project for the Andrew Bernard Award, and was just fascinated by the whole process. And then when this came up, I was like, of course I have to submit. So yeah, just really grateful that the whole community decided to vote on this project, and yeah, really excited to be here with all these filmmakers.
Excellent. Thanks, Anthony.
We can go next. So how we found out about it was sort of like a random chain of events. We were super early in the pre-production. We had honestly just finished writing the script, I think, around May or maybe later. And we were trying to figure out how to get the word out about it. We were trying to create a platform, trying to tell people about it, show something to friends, have a voice on some sort of online platform. And it was kind of a shot in the dark. We were trying to contact some people and see if they wanted to hear about it, see if they wanted to know more about it. And I contacted someone I worked with last year on a film. I worked on Priscilla as a behind the scenes videographer. And this colleague that I had, she was the producer for my little short film on that set. And she works with Sofia Coppola since then. And I met with her, and she was like, actually, this is great timing. This is really great, because she told me about Decentralized Pictures and how Roman Coppola has a big part in that, and he sort of runs it. And she said that it would be a great shot because this organization and the Coppolas themselves really respect up-and-coming filmmakers, and this isn't just another thing that we would get turned down for. This seemed like a really great shot, and we felt super hopeful about it. So we decided to apply. And this award specifically, Keslow, it seemed like the best fit for us. So we took a chance.
Excellent. Anything to add to that, Daniel?
No, I think that was kind of summed up everything. It was really cool to discover DCP, and then yeah, we applied for it, and it was just a really cool thing. I like the system with the voting and be able to see everybody's like kind of comments, reviews. It was, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thanks everybody for that feedback and telling a little bit about your stories. So my next question is really like, and I love the diversity of this platform and the different types of awards. You know, we've had awards that have been supported by, you know, legacy heavy hitter filmmakers like Kevin Smith, Steven Soderbergh. We've had some awards for finishing funds, for narrative shorts, documentaries, and now this is a cool, like, kind of a gear award. You know, you need good equipment to make a good film, right? And so that really Keslow has stepped up to the plate to provide that to some very deserving filmmakers. So talk to us about how this is going to make a difference in your productions, you know, having these camera package sponsorships, you know, how that's going to fit into kind of make or break, you know, make it, you know, to where your project can be move forward and get greenlit, and what would be the reality if these camera package sponsorships were not in your world right now?
I'm happy to kick it off.
Yeah, please do.
So I think that when it comes to just experiencing any win in the process of making a movie, those are really valuable, and they can come in all kinds of forms, whether that's just like getting people to agree to be a part of the project, even if it's just getting someone to be like, yeah, you can put me in a pitch deck, and you know, if something happens, we'll go from there.
Right.
You know, there's just like little things along the way that I think allow artists to feel like things are actually happening, and to see the success of Daffodil on this platform, just it I don't know, it really moved me because it felt like that idea that I had, and it's a really personal story. It's about my mom and I growing up. My mom has cerebral palsy, has an extraordinary story. She's even written a memoir that we're working on getting published right now, and this short film is kind of like the epilogue of the whole thing. And we're actually going to be doing a feature now for it. So, you know, things are evolving every day with this. And now that we actually have what I would deem first money in, which is kind of the hardest part, like how do you
Yeah.
convince all the other troops to come if you don't have those first resources? And now that we do, you know, we have DCP attached to our name now, we have Keslow attached to our name now, you know, there's validation. So even just from sort of that standpoint, it's extremely valuable just to feel like there's momentum and that there isn't just this silo of an idea anymore. And just logistically, you know, now that the project is scaling, there's still a lot of things to have to come together. And for us, you know, this is going to take the shape, at least initially, in the form of screen tests now. Like we actually have the resources now to really showcase what our film can be like, and will help put us in a position to show others that this is something special, and to be able to like tap Keslow now and be like, hey, can you support with this, and you know, these kinds of cameras or these kinds of lenses. It just really alleviates a lot of the initial financial pressure and will actually help put us on our feet. So it's just, yeah, it's just amazing.
Excellent. Thank you, Anthony. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, just to kind of like add on top of that, like, you know, when you're like, for us, me and Liv, like we're students at Concordia University, you know, we kind of already like don't have much for ourselves, like funding wise. So when there's these opportunities that give like these filmmakers funding to be able to like create your idea, there's like that feeling where it's like you've put all this work into your script, and and then all of a sudden, someone has like shown interest in your script, and you get this feeling, you're like, wow, like this is an actual film. Like I can actually I can do something with this. And that is the greatest feeling ever. Like it makes you feel kind of so powerful. And it's really just so nice to see like all the support out there for all these like indie filmmakers, because there's a lot of filmmakers out there, and it's really hard to like feel like your story is worth it. So um, these opportunities are just wonderful and really make the entire difference for everything.
Incredible. Thank you, Daniel. Liv, Jalen, anything else to add?
Yeah, similar to that, it's like some of these things just kind of fall in place at the right time, and it's like you're working so hard towards something, and then this happens, and then this is good news, and then this is good news, and then people are showing interest, and it feels like it's really starting to happen, and you really get hopeful for it. Like specifically for this award and where we were in our production, we had like a bunch of gear fall through, and we had someone that was on our production that couldn't be anymore, and it was like bad news after bad news. And then we heard that Keslow would be supporting us, and then it all started to kind of come together. And it's like the power that some people have to lift up like indie filmmakers. It's wonderful. Like it makes our year or makes our month or whatever. And then yeah, I don't know if we want to get into this right now, but like right around the time that we heard about this award, stuff on our location started falling apart. Um, so we're shooting in BC in like the Slocan area, and there's a terrible amount of wildfires there right now. And we were planning to shoot in August, and now we started thinking about like when we started having to think about the possibility of moving this production, it was a nightmare. We were so scared of having to do that because that's kind of the biggest fear of an indie filmmaker is the fear of failure. I think like we can't shoot now, so we're never going to shoot, and then it becomes terrifying. I don't know if you can hear my phone. Sorry, landline.
Hope it wasn't anybody important.
No, but yeah, and then this started. We heard about. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna kill that.
This is the best part of doing interviews. This is the best.
I love that there's a landline involved. That's so cool.
I can
So good.
I can finish off the story about BC. So unfortunately, that's where I was raised, was in rural kind of small town BC. But right now, the fires have been just out of control, and the town that we were supposed to be staying in and what our location is has now been evacuated because there's a fire there, and now it's at risk of burning down, which is quite terrifying. And all our hearts are out towards all the people who are living there right now and all the families, and it's really awful. But there's the firefighters out there, and they're doing the best that they can, and we're just so grateful that they're there, and that we had to make the decision to postpone our film until June 2025. But the wonderful thing is that Keslow Camera has given us the whole year to be able to prepare. We can chat with them, and we still have the sponsorship for then. And it's as horrible as it is. It's still like there's still this what we kind of were saying, like it's like a little blessing in disguise where there's maybe this happened for a reason, and just gives us more time to prepare for the production next year.
Great. Thank you. Jalen, anything to add here?
Yeah, so we are definitely in a kind of different stage of production. As I mentioned before we started, we actually finished, we shot the movie this week. So we've used our camera sponsorship, which was really awesome. Kind of similar to Liv and Daniel, we had some challenges leading up to production and had some gear fall through and had to figure out, okay, where are we going to get a camera from? How are we going to make this movie? And um, this was definitely, it was just such a blessing to be able to have this gear, and I know our DP and the whole camera team especially was super grateful to have these resources that made the movie look like it did, and it looked really awesome. I'm excited to share it when we're finished. But yeah, it's been a long time of us working on this, and it started out as a much smaller project that we were like, we're just gonna make this. I mean, really, it's our first project out of film school. After I've been out of school for maybe 2 years, the director's been out of school for about a year, and this was kind of a passion project of us just wanting to make something, a coming of age film that was not what's being seen, that has a black girl at the lead and is queer and fun and doesn't revolve around like black trauma and queer trauma, and really just allows these characters to exist, and have fun, and so I think that, yeah, it was just a really awesome opportunity, and we really could not have done it without getting this award, truly.
As cliche as it may sound, dreams are truly coming true at
Yeah.
Decentralized Pictures. They
Yeah.
really are. I mean, and I've heard this in so many other interviews with other independent filmmakers. So, this organization is definitely onto something.
Yeah, I
So,
think you should call it Dream Centralized Pictures, actually.
oh, I'm gonna have to share that one with the leadership team. That's pretty good, Anthony. All right. Well, thank you so much. So I plan to make this kind of part one of this interview series with the Keslow Camera Award. I want to tag up with you all again once we get into productions and things move forward, and really talk about the gear that was utilized, that was provided by Keslow, how it truly has made a difference. Of course, you've already got some of that feedback, Jalen, but we'll of course be eager to hear from the rest of you. So and can't wait to watch the finished films down the road. So great stuff. Thanks again to each of you for joining the Decentralized Pictures Talent Cast. And for those joining us, please check out the website at decentralized.pictures. Join, create an account. You can just be a participant and vote on these projects, select the winners like we're talking to today, or if you're a filmmaker, please submit to some of the open awards that are active out there on the website. So thank you all again, all the best, and we'll tag up soon.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.